from the News Channel 5 Network. This is Score on Business.
Hey, welcome to Score on Business. I'm Pete Hendricks, a serial entrepreneur, and your host today. So many prospective entrepreneurs aren't sure where to start. We'll start providing a tip on each show. Also, Score offers low-cost classes and no-charge counseling specifically to guide folks through thinking about starting and succeeding in business. The first step would be either attending our Start Your Business workshop or reaching out to Score for an initial appointment. Buying a franchise will be a good choice for many, though make sure to do your homework. We provide low-cost seminars most Saturdays and some evenings. In January, oops, I said that wrong. So generally each month we have Start Your Business, Write Your Business Plan, Develop Your Business Model, and Financial Projections. Information on all of these events is available at scorenashville.org. Click on the Workshops tab to check out the workshops. Okay, so your tip for this show, try to start your business while you still have a day job if possible. You'll have many long days, though stress will be much lower. Also, you may consider membership with the National Federation of Independent Businesses. In the world of politics, you're either at the table or on the menu, and they are at the table on our behalf. This is not a paid advertisement, and I pay my money gladly to NFIB. Okay, Vic God, you have been a guest before, and we're so glad to have you here again. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Thanks.
Yeah, so Vic is the founder and CEO of the Jumpstart Foundry. During his career, he's been co-founder of a venture-backed startup before transitioning into the venture capital space. So tell us a little bit about Jumpstart Foundry.
So Jumpstart Foundry is a new approach to investing. I was a traditional VC for 15 years and made a lot of investments, had successes and failures in that world, and really got frustrated with the lack of success, sort of a common, all the best VCs are kind of a 1 out of 3 success ratio. And I got frustrated with that and really launched Jumpstart Foundry to solve a new way, kind of bring more support. We think capital it's an important component, but it's not sufficient to give you the best chance for success. So what we provide is capital, of course, but then help with sales and marketing, help with operations, advice, mentoring, help set up a board of directors for you. And we've been able to move that success rate from 1 out of 3 to a little bit less than 2 out of 3, 60% or so.
Well, it just makes sense because people come in and nobody is good at everything.
Right.
And you take people and you meet them where they are and let them be good at what they do and then provide support around them. I just think that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to see it begin and then sort of take shape, and now we're actually launching companies at a decent pace.
Well, as we had talked about this a little last time you were on, but I know several of the volunteer mentors that you all have, and they're they're some of the folks I go to when I'm wanting input.
Yeah, so we have a staff of 14 internally that are full-time helping this portfolio of companies, and then we have a group of, it's about 380 part-time mentors that sort of are jumping in and helping in a particular area or helping for a particular period of time just because they want to give back.
Well, I'll tell you, at Score, we have a hard time getting folks to really focus on sales and marketing. And of course, you know, if you don't have customers, the business won't make it. So I really like the all-around approach.
Yeah, that's right. And we have really strong sales and marketing and branding folks that come in and sort of help the entrepreneur figure that out and navigate it.
So tell us, whoops, I don't have the right thing here. You all have an event. Tell us about the Industry Innovation and Conference Series Help Further.
Yeah, so we do healthcare only. We do innovative healthcare startups is what Jumpstart does. And we saw a need to really showcase what is happening in the industry around innovation, not just with our portfolio, although we have 67 companies that are doing great things, but also just broadly, what are large corporate partners doing in healthcare innovation? What are startups doing in Nashville and across the country in healthcare innovation specifically? And we looked around and decided that there's lots of complaints around how healthcare is broken and the problems with healthcare, and whether you like or don't like Obamacare, people are talking about it in a negative way a lot of times. And we wanted to take an optimistic viewpoint of who's out there using innovation to solve problems in healthcare and making a difference. Let's showcase these great ideas and then kind of get inspired by them, maybe co-opt some pieces and parts, and really kind of move the whole industry forward. And so every August we pull in people from around the country, and we have some great speakers from other parts of the country coming to Nashville to talk about healthcare innovation. And then of course there's great local healthcare companies that we can pull from too. It's a 2-day event at Music City Center. And so it's a big 1,200 to 1,400 people all coming to just talk about what's making a difference in healthcare innovation, called Health Further.
Yeah, well, last time you were on, you were talking about a company that was dramatically reducing emergency room visits for people who were in nursing homes with a new technology to allow telehealth. And
yeah, that's right, Satchel Health.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if I have
we can get you to invest in it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. What does a good candidate look like for Jumpstart Foundry, and what should be their motivation in applying?
Yeah. So I think we like to work with a small group of people that really are passionate about making a difference in the world, using technology or using a new business model to move something forward and make an impact. The great thing about healthcare is that a lot of people get into it because they really want to make a difference in the world and help people live longer, live more productive lives. So that's where we start, is the passion combined with a really talented team. Making a difference. We also then, we're a for-profit investor. We want to make profits. We want to work with a team that is out to make what we say, an obscenely big pile of money. So we're looking for a group that is trying to make a difference and also make great returns.
Right.
And then we give them the support to be successful in that.
You know, I've been doing this show for 2.5 years, and I have a lot of sharp people on, and there's consistent themes that I hear repeatedly. And the reason to be an entrepreneur first and foremost is you have a passion about making a difference.
That's right.
And of course we all, we're a capitalistic society, but
it's a pretty hard road to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So unless you are up in the middle of the night really passionate about, if I don't try this, I'm going to regret it on my deathbed.
Yeah.
There are easier ways to make money. I don't think you should do a startup to make money. You do it to really make a difference and try to put your stamp on the world. And then of course you want to make money too. I mean, we're all looking to do both.
Yeah, so a lot of entrepreneurs have an idea and they think getting money from a third party is going to be relatively easy. What are realities that folks should know?
Yeah, I think anything but. So we have a very focused investment thesis that we're looking to invest in early stage, high growth healthcare startups. So typically we get involved when there's a prototype that's been built, you've left your day job, and you've built something that I can see and touch, and it sort of functions, but there's no real scale to it.
Right.
And we come in and provide capital and assistance like we talked about before. We look at, so we do a significant amount of investing, 15 to 30 a year. So meaningful number of companies each year.
Let me back up. I don't think I was clear in the question.
Okay.
How many apply?
Yeah, so we look at 5,000 to do 20.
Okay, I'm not great with math. It's low
probability.
Yeah, and so I think
less than 1%.
The way I am a bootstrapper, but the way I understand it, banks do not lend to startups unless there's some kind of collateral.
Yeah.
When you start looking at angels and venture capitalists, it's not like there's a money growing on trees.
Right.
There's a lot of competition. The venture capitalists and angels, they have investors. They have to provide a return, and you all look at an awful lot and decide on a few.
Yeah, so we have built an automated technical application process. So you can go to jumpstartfoundry.com, and we have an application process that any entrepreneur can walk through, 5,000 do a year. And it's like getting into college. There's a lot of questions. There's quantitative questions, qualitative questions, and then we grade that. And that's the first step.
Right.
And there's a lot of steps, and it's a hard process. I think it should be a hard process. It's not an easy process to be successful as an entrepreneur. And so the first step in that is sort of qualifying to sort of be part of our platform.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay. We will be right back. Thanks.